What are you getting angry?
She was feeling all spicy and she's thinking it's my house. Don't look at my foot.
All right, Twinkle Toes. What the f*** are you doing?
My legs hurt.
Oh, okay.
Why are you trying to embarrass me on this?
How is that embarrassing you?
Rubbish?
They can't see your toes.
So, was you talking about it? You just said, all right, Twinkle Toes.
No, it's because you're doing
So we're going to start name calling.
No, it's the ballerina thing.
Shall I start name calling?
Go on, you can name call me. Mike, you are so lovely. This is just showing how thoughtful you are towards others, no matter the sex. You have been brought up the right way, which is something to be praised nowadays. Sabi, I would have to thank the person so much for the effort they had gone to, but I can't help the honesty showing on my face. If I was given a banana cake or a dish with peppers, I would have to tell them that I can't eat those dishes. Again, thank them for their time. I'd be very grateful.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that it's annoying because I'm the sort of person that we all know would literally be so grateful to someone and care about people's feelings that I would make sure that they're not upset. And in that video, I've been misunderstood because I just didn't think he was an arsehole for not wanting to eat it. But yeah, the interaction, obviously, naturally, I would be polite, but now I look like the arsehole. But it is what it is. That, you know, I stand by what I say. I know what I'm like myself, so it is what it is. But it's crazy because it's almost as if we've swapped, and like all the things you would say, I'm now saying, and all the things I would say, you're now saying, and then people are all just on your side. But then if I was to say it, they'd probably still be on your side.
That's not the case.
No, it's true.
We haven't swapped. This is who I am.
We have swapped.
This is who I've always been.
Anyways.
Trying to be like Mike.
I'm all right, thanks. Okay. Ready?
Born ready, babes.
Okay. Am I the arsehole for being too loud when my tenant has her child in the kitchen?
Yes.
Context. I own my own home. I do not need a roommate. I'm a single woman with a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom house. Show off. At 3,000 square feet. Recently, I let my best friend move in so she could save money and hopefully get out of renting. She has her 10-year-old son every other weekend. She pays $800 a month, in everything included, utilities, paper towels, internet, streaming, everything. She has 2 bedrooms and 2 of my bathrooms. Her own side of the garage. I paid for her bathroom to be redecorated when she moved in so she felt comfortable. None of that is an issue. We went out on Friday. I took her and her son bowling and to the arcade. While we were there, she was driving, so I had 2 drinks. We came home and I called my boyfriend. I was upstairs in my room. She was downstairs making food in the kitchen with her son. My conversation with my boyfriend got a little spicy and I was purposely keeping quiet. Apparently not quite enough. It was maybe 30 seconds into the spicy talk. She comes upstairs into my room, screams at me, slams my door, slams my cabinet doors in the kitchen. I text her and apologize, saying I would have never done anything intentionally. She's proceeded to scream at me through text, telling me how sickening it was that I would have those conversations on the phone in my room while her son was at the house. I can understand her being upset, but on the same side of the coin, I wasn't aware anyone could hear me downstairs, and I do feel terrible. 3 days later now, she refuses to talk to me and is making it wildly uncomfortable to be in my own home. Saying I'm not conscious of her being in the house, still slamming doors when she's moving around to the point I don't even want to use.
What? Too spicy.
Still slamming doors when she's moving around to the point I don't even want to use my own kitchen. So, am I the arsehole? Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, there's a couple things here. First, what were you saying? I want to know what your dirty talk was about. Because if someone's slamming doors, you must have said something crazy. But that aside, you're not the arsehole here. She's the arsehole. The reason that she's the arsehole is I understand you don't want your kid to hear some crazy shit. But A, the woman expressed and said that I'm sorry, I didn't know anyone could hear me. Which is fine. Like sometimes you're speaking and sometimes you're saying some shit and you're like, no one can hear and everyone can hear. And so it wasn't like she was doing it like, oh, it's my house, I'll do whatever I want. She didn't react like that. It was a genuine mistake. Secondly, you don't come into my house after I've invited you and start slamming my doors. Are you insane? I will bounce your head off the canvas. You must be crazy. You ask me to not do it again because I've got a kid in the house. I say, I'm sorry. I didn't know that anyone could hear me, and that's the end of it. You don't come into my house and start pointing the finger at me and making the rules. I can make a mistake even if you're a guest and I can accept it. But if you slam my doors, it's off. You're the arsehole at that point. Don't forget where you are. You're staying somewhere because someone else has allowed you to. Show respect in their house. You come into my house and slam my doors. You must be crazy. You know we're going into the gym outside and we're going to have a fight. Don't come into us and slam my doors. Immediately, you're the arsehole. As a matter of fact, slamming doors is one of my pet peeves. Someone slams a door around me, they're already in my death note. They're already in my black book. I don't want... No, we're finished. Go on, defend this door slammer.
So, I'm in agreement that no doors should be getting slammed. I think that it is rude, especially in somebody else's house. Absolutely. I don't condone it. I also think it's not a good example to be setting for your 10-year-old son of him being exposed to that type of aggression as well. However,
here we go.
So first things first, that whole notion of this is my house, so it's my rules, blah, 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 blah. I don't like the idea of that. Reason being, granted, it is her house. She can do whatever she wants. She mentioned she doesn't need to have a guest there. She's offered for her best friend to stay, to help her best friend out or whatnot, right? If you've opened up your door for someone else to live with you and they are paying you rent, so it's not like she's living there for free. She's paying to live there, right? She's contributing and she's essentially a tenant. Then she should be able to live comfortably as well. She shouldn't have to feel on eggshells because it's not her home.
Right.
So the whole notion of my house, my rules, you've decided you want to rent it out to somebody. You're taking income for it.
Nope.
And you have to accept that that's now somebody else's living space as well, whether it's your home or not. You've invited her to live there as a tenant. If tenants move into a different landlord's house where the landlord's not living there, they should still live as if it's their own home. They shouldn't have to feel on eggshells because that's not a life to be living.
No.
So she has her son come and stay with her every second weekend. So that's plenty of time. That's 2 whole weeks. You can do whatever you want. Having that level of respect for your best friend, even just as common courtesy to behave appropriately when her son's there. I don't think that should be that big of a deal. I think that she knew she was wrong, which is why she was so apologetic to her friend when she got caught out for doing it. Yeah, it's your own home. You can do what you want, but there is also a time and a place for certain things, and you could have probably been a bit more quieter. You probably knew that you was too loud, which is why you apologized.
Oh, she didn't
and
know. That's
if
why
somebody
she apologized.
has got their son there, you should use your brain a little bit to be like, this isn't really appropriate whilst there's a kid there who could potentially hear me. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not finished.
You've spoken too much.
I'm not finished.
You're just.
I'm not finished. I'm not finished. At the end of the day, you're living together now. She's paying you money to live there. There should be a mutual level of respect. Yes, she shouldn't slam your doors, but you should be a bit understanding that yes, she's going to be upset if her son's been exposed to spicy talk because her son is only 10 years old.
We finished?
So, you've apologised because you know you're wrong. Yeah, the friend is acting out of pocket, being all high almighty of slamming doors and acting all blunt with you for the next 2 weeks. But you're the landlord, so I noticed, said, do you know what, babe, this ain't working, us living together. I feel a bit restricted in my own home. I don't appreciate the way you're reacting. I'm serving you 1 month's notice to go find somewhere else to live.
Sab, you're done. You're speaking so much that I'm forgetting my point. You've made your point. My pushback on that is...
It's not all about you.
No, it's not. But it's not all about you.
Okay, but I let you speak fair and square,
I
and
spoke
now I
for
said
2
my
minutes.
point. So
we're now
what?
9 minutes
I didn't know
in.
we had a time limit on how long we could speak for. Let me get up every single Midnight Rubbish video we've done and how many times I've forgotten my train of thought because you just yap.
You forget
and
your train of thought in a minute.
I can't say what I want to say. No, you will.
I can breathe.
I'll fight back.
I can breathe.
I ain't scared of you.
I can breathe and you'll forget your train of thought.
Why are you picking at me?
I'm not picking at you. I'm just saying hush your gums because it's my turn to speak now.
No, but I wasn't finished speaking. So when I'm finished speaking, that's when you can start talking. You don't just take over. This isn't the Michael show.
You read a whole Bible passage out just now.
So what? I was making my point. I didn't know we had time limits. Should we get a bell so we can like clock it on and off? Like not one of those bells. You know the ones where one person... the hourglass?
Yeah.
Should we do that?
That's a good idea, actually.
No, it's not.
It is. Get your point out concisely, quickly, and we'll flip it. Anyway, so what my pushback is that I have to rewind like 10 minutes.
Oh, drop me out. I'm bored. Should I get the violins out?
Have you not bought one yet?
No, but I need to.
I think that if I was to tell Sabi, come and live with me, or Sabi said, I want to live with someone, Mike, I can't pay for rent on my own, and it was my place, yes, you can move freely. Yes, you can go access the fridge, use the shower whenever you want, come in and out as you please, but you are still in somebody else's home, so there should be basic respect. So where I won't be like, look, you got a curfew and all this shit because it's an adult, you're still in my house. So no, you can't slam the doors, and if you do dumb shit like that, I'll remind you, you're a tenant here. You're paying rent. So yes, most things I'm not going to complain at you for because you're an adult, you have free reign. Even if you get upset, within reason, raise your voice or whatever. But if you start slamming things, if you start walking in and out of the house with muddy shoes, if you start bringing random people over day in, day out that are vandalizing, that are making the place smell or whatever, I am the landlord.
Yeah.
So you can pay your rent, but I will check you. It's my place. You show some respect. So that whole rent argument doesn't apply here for me.
There should be rules and regulations. You're right.
Yeah. Secondly, she did realize she made a mistake. That's why she profusely apologized. She didn't realize she was doing it at the time, but she acknowledged it. For you to be like, I'm not going to talk to you now, and I'm going to slam your doors, and I'm going to give you a lecture. Fuck off then, go. Like, you clearly can't live together. You're not the landlord. Piss off. I gave you a place to stay. I admitted my mistake. I even acted very sheepishly around you over it, and you don't want to speak to me now, and you're in my house. You're in my home. Take your kid and go somewhere else. Go pay rent somewhere else. I'm sure your friend is doing you a favor as well. I'm sure you're not paying the same kind of rent you'd pay elsewhere. Your friend doesn't even need you there. So accept their apology and keep it moving.
Having half her mortgage paid, or her whole mortgage paid, in fact, by having the friend there.
I don't need you.
Friend's helping her save money as well.
I don't need you.
Okay, so let her go then.
She can. That's what I'm saying. If you don't like it, you're bitching like that. She's already said sorry to you in her own home. She's tried to text you and reach out to you, and you're still having a fit over it. What? How many days have gone by now, and you're still having a little bitch fit about it? Get over yourself. People make mistakes. If she came downstairs and been like, I'm gonna dirty talk my boyfriend whenever I want, then we've got a problem because she knows the kids in the house and she's not acknowledging her fault. But she came downstairs, I'm so sorry. I would never do that, with the knowledge, knowing that your kid could hear. And clearly she's not going to do it again because she profusely apologized. And you want to act like a child? Take your kid and get the fuck out of my house. And that's it. That's it. So if I do something to you, Sab, and I say, I am so sorry, I genuinely didn't mean it, and you want to continue on for a couple of days, you can go fuck yourself.
I don't agree with the continuing on part. I don't agree with that, and I don't agree with the slamming of the doors. But do I personally think the girl who was spicy talking knew
that she could be hurt by a child?
Yes, I do. I do think she did know.
Oh, wait,
and
stop.
I think that's why she apologized, because she knew she was wrong. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, there's a difference. She knows she was wrong, but
I
she
think
didn't.
she knew what she was doing the whole time. Yes, I think she was.
What are you getting angry about?
I think she was clever enough to know that this could potentially be heard, but she'd had a couple of drinks. She was feeling all spicy, and she's thinking it's my house. Don't look at my foot.
All right, Twinkle Toes. What the fuck are you doing?
My legs hurt.
Oh, okay.
Why are you trying to embarrass me on this?
How is that embarrassing you? They can't see your toes.
So, it was you talking about it. You just said, all right, Twinkle Toes.
No, it's because you're doing
So we're going to start name calling?
No, it's the ballerina thing.
Shall I start name calling?
Go on, you can name call me.
No, I'm not as shallow as you.
Look, at the end of the day, because of the way she apologized, I don't believe that she knew that she was doing that. I think when it came to light, she was like, oh my God, it's fucked up for a kid to hear that shit. I am so sorry. And the thing is that if she knew she was doing it, why would she apologize? And she would continue doing it anyway because she knew she was doing it. If you know you're in the wrong, then you apologize. If you think you're not in the wrong, then you don't apologize. Otherwise, what are you apologizing for? Because then we need to assume that this girl is now gaslighting her into making...
You're taking it to a whole extreme.
How am I taking it to an extreme?
Conclusion, more of the story
No,
is...
explain. Answer my question.
The best friend shouldn't have slammed doors and ignored her. It was a bit dramatic. The first lady, I personally believe she did know what she was doing. Granted, she knew she was wrong, which is why she apologised. I think that friends just shouldn't live together because it can make things awkward. And I think that both people that are living in a home should both feel comfortable, whether you're renting or you're the owner. You should still feel comfortable in your own home.
Oh, I agree with that. I don't agree if friends shouldn't live together. I've lived with two of my friends, and they were both people with hot tempers. And do you mind?
I'm listening to you.
I know you're standing next to me. We had a great time. Like there was no problem whatsoever. First one was Serjan. We got on very well. This is how we used to do the dishes. I would say to him, bro, there's a lot of dishes in the sink. I don't know who they belong to, if it's me or you, right? We're guys, right? Things got messy. And then he'd say to me, bro, I don't know who they are. What are we going to do about this? Right, set up the PlayStation. We're going to get a round of Tekken in. Whoever wins doesn't have to do the dishes. It was peaceful. That was calm. That was the rule for everything. Bathroom's messy. Not sure who messed it up. Put Virtua Fighter on. Bedrooms are messy. Not sure who messed them up. Put Street Fighter on. And whoever would win, they didn't have to do the washing up. They didn't have to do the cleaning. Now, I don't know about girls. I don't know how girls settle things, but that's how I've always settled things with roommates. It's always been peaceful. But I'm a laid-back person. I don't get annoyed by much. I do get annoyed if someone's slamming my doors. That's a no-go. You cannot slam my doors.
And I would get annoyed if I'm the only person tidying the kitchen every day.
Or get better at Street
Why
Fighter.
am I cleaning up after you? No.
Wait, hold on.
I think that's pathetic.
Why would you be the only person cleaning up?
Well, it sounds like other people is leaving mess. I don't want to live in mess. So we're not going to get along or live well together if you keep leaving mess.
Who was leaving mess?
You said the thing was messy.
No, I said that me and Serjan would sometimes mess up the kitchen like the night before, and then we'd be like, oh, I don't know who's caused the bulk of the mess here.
But if you tidy up your mess as you go along, then that wouldn't be a problem. That's why I can't have roommates, because I can't go to bed with a messy kitchen.
Well, as an adult now, I clean as I go. But when I was younger living with him, we would come back from work late and we didn't want to clean up, and then we'll just go to bed. It'll be messy. That's how, there was never any fights because I'm a laid back person. Even if he would leave mess and he'd go to work, I'd be like, okay, it's fine, I'll clean it. He'll probably do the same for me. But anyway, I don't even know why we're talking about that. But you guys let us know what you think. I don't think she's the arsehole. I think she made her mistake. She apologized. I think the friend living in her home is an arsehole. A, for not acknowledging the apology because she decided to throw a strop. And B, slamming doors in a home that does not belong to her. That's why she's the arsehole.
Are you done?
I'm done.